All right, y'all. Your objective is the same as yesterday, but you've got to write it down. We're gonna work on solving algebraic proofs using the notes from yesterday, doing that assignment I gave you yesterday. Your student info sheets signed need to be turned in, right? Quiz a few weeks from now. Okay, you are now allowed. Y'all see that on the way in over here to get Chromebooks for your calculator. So maybe not right now. Okay, but if you get to a point where you're like, I need to check my calculations. Okay, log in. Now, how do you get to the calculator? What's the name of the calculator? Desmos. Here's how you get to it. I do not want you to type desmos.com because that gives you the regular Desmos, and the way you're supposed to get it is through the Launchpad, right? Because it's a special testing Desmos. So if you go to Launchpad, you can type Desmos at the top, right? Or you can just click the math folder and click Desmos. It's green. Okay? This is how it looks. Does anyone not know how to use Desmos? Never used it before. Okay, so y'all have had some experience here. So let me show you how to do this. This is number 4 on your assignment you got yesterday. So after the warm-up, you could also copy it on there. That's fine, okay? But I'm showing you this one because this one's kind of tricky. But I want everyone to hear me. Look at me. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Look. Look. Your first line is always going to be this given equation. You rewrite it. Everyone heard me. You always rewrite the original given statement, and your reason is always given for the first line. The first line is super easy. It's what you start with, okay? So let me show you how you would do that, okay? So I'm going to, as best I can write this, 5y minus 1 over 2 equals 7, okay? I just rewrite it on line 1. Make sure you write this on your warm-up too. The actual warm-up sheet that you turn in on Fridays to get a free 100, okay? And your reason is always given. Step 1 is always siempre given. All right. Now, how do I solve this? When there's 3 numbers to get rid of. There's a 5, a minus 1, and a 2. What do you think I get rid of first? Who thinks I get rid of 5 first? Who thinks I get rid of minus 1 first? Who thinks I get rid of the 2 first? Not enough voters here, but it is actually the 2. If you got a big fraction, okay, we need to get rid of the fraction. Get rid of that divided by 2 because it's a big fraction. What's the opposite of dividing by 2? Multiply times 2 here, times 2 here. 2's cancel out. Break down 5y minus 1 equals, and this is where you hopefully don't need Desmos, but you could, 7 times 2. Hopefully you know that is 14, right? And what's the reason that I can put for how I got to that step? What did I do on each side? Yeah, I multiplied. So multiplication property. Okay, now this is a 2-step equation. I got to get rid of the 5 or the minus 1. And if you remember, whenever you have 2 steps, you get rid of the loner. Which number is all by itself? On the side of y, it's the minus 1. How do I get rid of a minus 1? What's the opposite? Adding, or plus 1. Plus 1. Chihuahua. All right, the minus 1 and plus 1 cancel out. It gives me 5y. 14 plus 1. 15. What did I just write on both sides? Hey. 14 plus 1 is 15. Since I added on both sides, that is addition. Property of equality. We'll just put property. Last step, there's a number in front of y, 5y. Now, if you remember this up here on the invisible math poster, there's an invisible dot in between them, right? 5y means 5 times y. Multiply, right? So how do I get rid of that multiplying 5? What's the opposite of multiplying? Divide. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. 5's cancel out. Now I have just y equals, what is 15 divided by 5? You can use decimals if you need to, but it is 3. And guess what? Isn't that what I needed? Oh, yeah. So you have to get to the right answer. Okay? Like, it gives you the answer. You got to get there the right way and give me the right reasons. So what did I just do on both sides? That was dividing by 5. So that's division property. Okay? If you didn't, I wouldn't be too upset. You're actually supposed to put property of equality because it's a specific property about keeping an equation equal by doing it on both sides. Technically, you know? So kind of laxed here. But let's check this out, okay? So these are the notes from, looks like the key of the notes from yesterday. If I can get this to work. Hello. Oh, that's why. Okay. So here's the deal. Let me see if I can pull up the assignment. Yes. So here's the assignment. So I'm gonna put a few things on here that you need to know. Okay. So this is your assignment. Here's what I want you to do. Number 1, there should only be 3 lines. So you can scratch out that 4th line. You don't need it. Number 1, it only takes 3 steps. It's not, you don't, there's like, you'll have a blank line. You don't need it. Same thing with number 3. Okay. I don't want you to be confused. Like, what? Am I missing a step? Well, no, you're not. Now here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Last period was like, this is so confusing. Okay. I'm gonna put a number next to each problem, and that tells you which one on the notes it's very much like that you should look at to help you. Okay. All right. So number 1 is like number 1 on the notes. Okay. So that's easy, right? I'll just type it in here. On the notes, you can look at, this one's kind of like number 1 on the notes. Okay, here's where it gets confusing. Number 2 is like number 3 on the notes. Yes. Number 3 is like number 2 on the notes. Number 4 is what we just did on the warm up, right? Literally the warm up. And then number 5 is like number 4 on the notes. Now, I don't know if you can see all that because it's tiny now, but so you already have the assignment. If you lost it or if you were absent yesterday, I can get you what you need, but I'm gonna let you work right now on your assignments. Number 1 is like number 1 on the notes. Number 2 is like number 3 on the notes. Number 3 is like number 2 on the notes. We just did number 4 together from the warm up. Flip it over. Number 5 is like number 4 from the notes. And if you stop there, that's good enough for me. If you want to do the last 3 as like a challenge extension, go crazy, okay? But at least do 1 through 5. Number 4 is a gimme from the warm up. All right.